All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. LeBron James. He's not human. Let's be real here. LeBron James isn't human. I think we already kind of knew that by now, but in case you needed a refresher, it's exactly what you saw tonight. LeBron freaking King James just dropped 56 in a win against the number 2, now number 3 Golden State Warriors. Now, guys, keep in mind, I know the Golden State's without Draymond Green. I'm fully aware of that fact. Draymond Green is like a train conductor, and I wish I could think of like a better analogy off the top of my head, but Draymond Green does unspeakable things for the Golden State Warriors. Unless you're like actually watching and studying the film, Draymond Green is, to me, the reason the Golden State Warriors were able to win so much and so often. The Lakers, on the other hand, they're missing Anthony Davis, so let's not give them the credit they deserve. Here's what I'll say about tonight's game. Number 1, this is going to get the Lakers kick-started, and number 2, this is going to get the Golden State Warriors kick-started. I know that sounds kind of crazy. LeBron James can't drop 56 every night. He definitely cannot drop 56 every night. But I really liked what I saw from the supporting cast. And keep in mind, Golden State, even without Draymond Green, they're such a talented basketball squad. I mean, they're just so talented. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, they could make... they made 15 threes tonight, but they could just shoot you out of the gym on any given night. But what I really liked tonight, first off, was obviously LeBron James dropping 56 points and 6 threes, shooting 12 of 13 from the free throw line. Cough, cough, Skip Bayless. What are you going to have to say about that on Monday? I can't wait to hear what he has to say about LeBron James's performance. But I honestly think this is going to get the Lakers kick-started. I really do. And here's why. The supporting cast, and I'll use Talen Horton-Tucker as my prime example, as my old roommate pointed out. Talen Horton-Tucker, even recently, the length he provides this Lakers team on the defensive end, it does a lot, dude. And I know THT, we're looking at like a 20-minute per game type of thing here. Only played 18 tonight. Talen literally didn't make a field goal tonight. But to me, he was like almost probably the defensive player of the game from the Lakers side. I mean, it's the little things like that when you get your key piece, Anthony Davis, back, it just makes you even more lethal. It makes you even more lethal. Russell Westbrook, I thought, did a fabulous job tonight. 20 points, 9 of 17 from the field. He even shot 1 of 3 from downtown, which to Russell Westbrook standards is lethal elite shooting. I'm just kidding. 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He did have 5 turnovers, but for the most part, I thought Russell Westbrook kept his mistakes in check. That's what it comes down to is, Russ, we want you to, if I'm the Lakers, this is what I'm telling Russ. Russ, we want you to be yourself. We want you to dominate the basketball. We want you to be aggressive. We want you to go score. We want you to dunk. We want you to go in the post. We want you to go in the fast break. We want you to attack, get downhill. But at the same time, we want you to limit your mistakes. We want you to become as efficient as you possibly can. And while the box score won't tell you that much tonight with Russell Westbrook, I thought he did a phenomenal job. I thought he did exactly what he needs to do, where if you bring Anthony Davis back onto this team and you're getting games like that from Russ, obviously LeBron James isn't going to drop 56 every night, but if you just cut 56 in half and you give it to Anthony Davis, it makes a little bit more sense. But Russell Westbrook, I thought, did a phenomenal job. Carmelo Anthony, he made the pretty much game-clinching 3, the go-ahead 3, this one's over type of 3. So Melo's about that life. Malik Monk, I thought, chipped in a good game. Austin Reeves chipped in a good game. It was a solid game from the Lakers overall. Now, from Golden State standpoint, this is what I was concerned about. It's not necessarily easy to stop Steph Curry. He got his baggie tonight. He had 30 points. He had 4 threes. He shot totally efficient. But they're missing their stud player, dude. It's honestly hard for me to think of a comparison to Draymond Green, where it's like this guy just does so much for him. offensively, defensively, vocally, leadership-wise, like mentorship-wise. Like, he does so much for Golden State that, personally, I'm not worried about Golden State whatsoever. If we have news that Draymond Green, isn't coming back, it's over for Golden State, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers here, but that's the way I feel. Like, Draymond Green is a key component to your success right now, especially considering the only big man on this team is Kevon Looney, who's getting, maybe 15 minutes a night. And at the end of the day, it's Kevon Looney. Yeah, you got guys like Otto Porter, but I'm talking bigs, dude. I'm talking James Wiseman. I'm talking Draymond Green. When they get those two cats back, Golden State will be the Golden State we saw at the beginning of the season, especially now that they have Klay Thompson added onto the squad. He had a bad game from Klay tonight, but how long is that going to last? You got to think by the time the playoffs come about, Klay Thompson from downtown especially, he's going to be feeling himself. You're not going to have 3 of 13 nights. You're not going to have 1 of 5 from downtown. You're not going to have 7-point games for Klay Thompson. And even if you do, it's going to be just out of thin air. It'll be one of those random games. If you're in a 7-game series, maybe that happens once. That's the hope with Klay Thompson. But right now, if I'm the Golden State Warriors, here's what I'm focused on. I am very much focused on getting the role players' confidence as high as possible. The thing is, these losses suck. The losses suck. You're still 43-21. That's the bottom line. You're still the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. And I'm sorry, no one's afraid of Memphis this year. No one's afraid of Memphis. If the Lakers met up with them in round 1, Lakers are winning the series. I'm sorry. No one's afraid of Memphis right now. Come playoff time, it'll be completely different. Golden State, healthy. Golden State, if you have a confident Moses Moody, if you have a confident Jonathan Kuminga, you got a confident Damian Lee all the time. Jordan Poole is that critical link, in my opinion. If Jordan Poole is actually playing through injury right now and it's going to linger him, that's not good. But if Jordan Poole is doing whatever he can do, whether he's injured, whether he's not injured, if he's able to give you 23 and 4 threes on 9 of 15 shooting, more often than not, you're going to win the basketball game. And just from tonight's standpoint, from Golden State standpoint, it's okay. You're missing your best defender out there, Draymond Green. You're missing some other pieces out there tonight. But Bjelica, Lee, it's not even just Wiseman and Green. It's also Bjelica. It's also Lee. You're also missing some players here. Got to give love to Gary Payton II as well. I'm not worried about Golden State, and I'm not worried about the Lakers. I enjoyed a great game of basketball tonight, and this is what the playoffs are going to look like. This is kind of a little taste of what we're going to be getting here. And both teams played great. Both teams were extremely sloppy with the basketball at the same time, but both teams made a bunch of threes. They made a bunch of shots when they needed to. They played hard all game, both teams. So a lot of love. And this, honestly, I'll probably give it my game of the year just because of the way the Lakers kind of just completely dominated that fourth quarter. Things weren't looking great at halftime for the Lakers, and that fourth quarter comes. You got King James, man. Hopefully this kickstarts them. And hopefully for Golden State, it kind of opens up their eyes. All right, we've lost, 2 of 10 now. We need to figure out ways to win. Bottom line, end of the day, we need to figure out ways to win. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. I do this every single day. All my socials are down below, and I'll see you guys later.